Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be looking at FLUX, F-L-U-X. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down below and tap that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I believe right next to it is the like button. You can hit that one as well. In the description is my Twitter link. You can follow me on Twitter where you get more up-to-date information on the charts. And I've also got some affiliate links down there that have some bonuses and all that jazz. So if you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do so right now. You get a bonus, I get a bonus, and we all win. Sounds good. Okay, Flux. I want to start us off here on the weekly time frame where... yeah, excuse me. No, it looks pretty good to me, actually. So we had, let's just look at the RSI really quick. So we came all the way down. We crossed above the moving average on the weekly. The moving average is the yellow line. The white line crossed above it. We crossed above the 50 line on the RSI. And now we're coming back to retest the moving average. Now, if we hold that retest, that's a good sign. And the good news is we are just coming back down to retest this 382 Fibonacci, which is good. So I took a Fibonacci from the bottom to the top on the weekly time frame. And after the big move up here, up to $3.31 roughly, we had the fall. And we fell to retest this previous cluster right here. And the good thing that I see here is we had a bunch of body candles on this support line right here. But when we came down to retest it, there was a lot of buyers in this area because we had some wicks. We hit it once with this wick, and then these other candles here on the weekly, we didn't even come down to test it. No, I mean, we can adjust this line a little bit and maybe right there. And then you got two more wicks touching it, I guess you can call that. And after we retested that, we came back up and we got rejected off this 236, and now we're coming back down to the 382, which is normal. Once you break through Fibonacci, you would like to come back down to retest it, make sure it's going to hold as support. Now, we want it to hold as support. If it doesn't, then, you know, going to have a different perspective here, but also that would mean that we crossed back over on the weekly, on the RSI crosses back over the moving average here, and yeah, we can be in some more hurt there if that happens. But I do want to look at one thing, so I'm going to change the Fibonacci here. We're going to go from top to this bottom because, yeah, so we didn't quite reach the 618. So this is actually, let's try this top right here, see where we're at. Okay, so yeah, this one actually tapped the 786 right here. So yeah, what we really want is we want this to hold around where we're at, because let's go from the bottom here. Let's just move the Fibonacci's around, play with them a little bit. So try and make the lines as perfect as possible. Okay, so when you do it this way, from this bottom to this top, so the larger, when you go from the very bottom to the very top, we have some good price action. But when we move over here, the price action is still not bad. Yeah, but I do see that there is a good chance that we do come back down to at least retest the 0.5 and possibly come back down to the test the 0.618. Preferably not, but it is still possible to come back down and retest the 786. But what that would do is actually a good thing. So I'm not saying this is the best time to buy, because what that would do is we came down to 786, and then we got to move to the upside. That creates us our world famous double bottom W pattern. Now let's put a trend line on here. So we're going to go from bottom and move it over here and see if there's any kind of confluence here. So actually, I mean, if we came down, I mean, and we wanted to retest this trend line here as well, that puts us right around the 618, which would actually be a great spot to get a reversal and back up to the upside. So, I mean, you can kind of just play with these lines here, put a trend line over here, see if we can play that out. Trend line from the top, I don't really see much going on. If we see anything, it's just a fake out moving up, which is not a great sign, honestly, if there's a fake out like that. That usually means that, you know, there was an attempt breakout of a triangle, if you'd consider this a triangle pattern, and then we got pushed back down into the triangle, and it looks like possible retest of the 618 and the trend line support. So let's go down to the daily, see if there's anything going on over here. So we did get a move up above the 200 EMA, but then we broke right back down below it, which, I mean, this is really looking like, I mean, on the daily, we even fell through. We're getting rejected at the 382 here. It's really looking like it wants to come back down and retest this trend line. Yeah, and the 618 here. I don't really see anything positive right now on the short term for Flux. I mean, it almost looks like it was a failed cup and handle pattern here as well. So we had, here's your big cup, here's your handle, and then it went up to do the breakout, and then it got pushed right back down. So it kind of looks like it failed. So really, kind of, I mean, all I can see, and there's really no need to go down to the lower time frames, because this is just, I mean, all I would expect here is to find some kind of support right in this area right here. So we're looking at a good drop of possibly, say it goes to the 618, 24%. If it goes down to the trend line, you're looking at 27-ish%, somewhere around there. That's pretty much it for Flux right now. There's not much action going on, not much price action that looks positive, except for in the longer term, because we do have this trend line moving. If you put the Fibonacci back out there, what was it at again? Yeah, we were getting above, we had come down to the 0.5, broken above the 382, hit the 236, and now we're coming back down. This is a really sloppy looking chart. There we go. Hit the 236, coming back down to the 382, but I mean, really, it just looks like it's going to come back down to this trend line. If we can hold this 382, I mean, if you want some positive things here for the larger macro perspective, if we can hold this 382 and I'm wrong and it doesn't come down to this trend line again, that'd be the more bullish move, because then you'd want it to, because then we need to create a higher high. So you're going to want, whether we come down to here or just come down and stay where we're at, we want this to come up and create a higher high from right here. Because we've got a higher low forming, possibly. Then we need a higher high, and then we can just continue on with our moves to the upside. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for Flux. There's not really much going on. Just kind of pay attention to possibly coming down to the 60-cent level, roughly. If not, then pay attention to it moving up and finding this as support. That's pretty much it. If you like what you saw in this video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. I'm not a financial advisor, just a dude on his computer. Talk to you later.